Hi there. In this video, I wanted to share an overview of the planned lighting upgrades I have for my 2022 RAV4 XLE. I'll also create some installation videos for all the items that I'm going to show you, and I will provide links for those. My sister has a 2021 RAV4 XLE, and she has fog lights, but my 2022 didn't come with them. I've always been disappointed in that, and I've had the car for a couple of years, so I decided it was time to consider maybe adding some lights to my car. Going down this path, I thought about other upgrades I might want in the future. So I was thinking about the availability of switches and locations for switches in the car, and there's only one blank button available. So I had to think about what lights in the future I might want as well. And so I started thinking about that, and I live on a dirt road. I live in an area where there's a lot of dirt roads, and I maybe wanted some additional lights. So I did a bunch of research online about other people and what lighting they did for their RAV4s. And after looking at all the impressive displays of lights that people had, I decided for kind of a practical approach. And I wanted the fog lights, but I also decided I wanted some ditch lights. I don't think there's anything beyond that I would add to my car as far as light bars or anything, but you never know. So that's what I've decided on, and I'm going to go and show you what I've purchased to make these upgrades. Now that I needed 2 switches, and after a little research, I picked the Auxbeam 6-gang switch panel. If I could have gotten a 3-gang, I would have, but I definitely have room to grow now. For fog lights, I really like the Morimoto 4-banger NCS white and yellow. They have a bracket called Type T, that's listed as Toyota Oval, that allows you to mount to the Toyota fog light bezel. But there was a gap between the light and the bezel, and I didn't like the idea of the amount of debris that would come through there. So I went with the Diode Dynamics SS3 Pro in amber. These lights are SAE compliant, which means they are legal for on-road use. They have a fog light kit for the RAV4 that includes a bracket to mount to the bezel and a pigtail that will plug directly into the RAV4 existing wiring for fog lights if you have them. Well, it turns out the Diode Dynamics, when I held them up to the bezels, also has a gap. So I could have gone with the Morimoto, but I really wasn't willing to go through the trouble of returning these. The Diode Dynamics are excellent lights, and I'm not going to be disappointed. I went with the amber because of the dust and snow. They have a brighter version called SS3 Max, but I'm not racing down the roads and decided Pro was going to be more than sufficient for my needs. For the ditch lights, I did get Morimoto. I picked up the 2-banger NCS combo in white and selected the pigtails so I can wire to my Auxbeam switch. I really like the low profile of these lights, and I think they're going to look great and provide plenty of light. Similar to the Diode Dynamics, Morimoto has a more powerful option called HXB, but again, this is going to be more than sufficient for my needs. Also, for the ditch lights, you need hood brackets. I decided on the LP Adventure hood brackets for the RAV4. What's great about them is there is only one point of attachment, but the bracket extends out to a second hood attachment point to keep the bracket from moving. The benefit is that I only need to remove one of the 2 screws that hold the hood in place, so the hood doesn't slip, causing me extra work to get it realigned. Since I don't have existing fog lights, I needed to get fog light bezels. They're the same bezels that are in the 2021 RAV4 XLE, so I searched for those. I found an inexpensive set on Amazon. The quality looks fine to me, but if there's any problems, they'll be noted in the installation video. There were additional materials I needed to complete the installation, such as wiring and connectors, but I'll go over those items in the related installation video. I hope this information was able to help someone. If it does, please remember to like and subscribe.